Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. What if I told you that the Steelers might be on the verge of making a major move that could redefine their offense and really set them up for a strong run in the next few seasons? Yeah, I know it sounds like a Hollywood script, but there's some serious buzz swirling around a potential trade that could shake the AFC North to its core. We're talking about the possibility of the Steelers acquiring Brock Bowers from the Las Vegas Raiders. And believe me, this isn't just speculation. It's the kind of move that could elevate Pittsburgh into a new stratosphere when it comes to their passing game and offensive versatility. Let's set the scene here. The Raiders, currently sitting at a rough 2-9, are in full rebuild mode. They're sitting on a cap space of around $12 million, but their roster needs are more pressing, especially on the defensive line. Rumor has it that they're considering trading Brock Bowers, the phenom tight end out of Georgia, who's been turning heads all season with his incredible skill set. The Raiders, focusing on future draft picks and cap flexibility, are apparently open to moving Bowers in exchange for a couple of second- and fourth-round picks in the 2026 draft from the Steelers. Think about that, Pittsburgh sending a couple of future picks to snag a tight end with the potential to become one of the league's most dynamic playmakers. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. What makes Bowers such a game-changer? Well, this guy is a mismatch nightmare. At 6'5", he's got the size and athleticism to stretch the field, create separation, and make plays that leave defenders scratching their heads. Bowers is the kind of tight end who can line up in multiple spots, making it tough for defenses to game plan around him. He's got a unique ability to dance in the open field, and his YAC, yards after catch, numbers are off the charts, averaging around 6.5 yards per reception, which is elite for a tight end. His catch rate and EPA, expected points added, per target are both impressive, showing that he's not just a big target, but a reliable one who can produce big plays when it counts. In 2024, Bowers caught 130 passes for around 400 yards and 8 touchdowns, all at just 20 years old. That's the kind of production that screams future star. His 2 average yards per reception and a PFF grade of 85. 6 make him a top-tier player, already showing traits of a Kels-like presence on the field. And he's not just a receiving threat. He's also a solid blocker, adding value in the run game and helping to keep the offense balanced. Even in his second season for 2025, he continued to impress with 45 catches for 510 yards and 3 touchdowns, despite missing some time early in the year with a rib injury. He came back strong, showing resilience and dedication, traits that Steelers fans love to see. Now, why would the Raiders consider letting go of such a talent? The answer is multifaceted. First, they're tight on cap space, about $12 million, and with the recent extension for quarterback Aiden O'Connell, they need to free up some room on the roster. Plus, their focus is shifting toward rebuilding and acquiring draft capital to build a new foundation. It's a tough pill to swallow, especially for a young talent like Bowers, but the Raiders are clearly prioritizing their long-term strategy. There's also some skepticism about their current offensive line, which has struggled to protect the quarterback and establish a consistent rushing game. Moving Bowers could be a sign that they're betting on future draft picks to address those issues. For the Steelers, this potential trade could be a game-changer. Imagine the mismatch nightmare that Bowers would be paired with a quarterback like Kenny Pickett. The chemistry could be explosive. His ability to run fluid routes and create separation would complement the Steelers' existing weapons, notably Pat Freiermuth. Freiermuth, already a reliable target, would now be paired with a tight end who can stretch defenses vertically and open up the middle of the field. It's the kind of duo that defenses would struggle to contain, especially with Bowers' knack for creating mismatches in the red zone and on third down. And let's not forget, the Steelers have been hunting for a reliable tight end after injuries and inconsistency have hampered their passing game in recent seasons. By adding Bowers, Pittsburgh's offense could see a significant boost. Think about it. An increase of around 800 yards and 6 touchdowns just from integrating him into the scheme. His short area efficiency would go up by about 12%, and his red zone targets would be even more lethal, with a potential 15% increase in red zone production. That's huge for a team looking to push deeper into the playoffs. The Steelers' coaching staff would be able to design more creative plays, utilizing Bowers' versatility and athleticism. Plus, his presence would help take pressure off the wide receivers, especially if injuries keep hitting the depth chart. Looking at the bigger picture, the impact on the Steelers, playoff odds, and Super Bowl chances could be substantial. Bookmakers are already shifting odds. Initially around plus 1,200, they're now trending towards plus 800, reflecting the increased confidence in Pittsburgh's Super Bowl prospects. If they can pair Bowers with their existing core, they become a much more dangerous team, especially in clutch moments. His clutch EPA per target, which is estimated to be around 0.25, could turn close games into Steelers' victories. Think about how a clutch play from Bowers, beating coverage in the red zone or on third down, could be the difference between a deep playoff run and an early exit. This move also makes sense when you consider the Steelers' recent draft history and their tendency to prioritize versatile, high-upside players. They've been strategic about building an offense that relies on both power running and explosive passing. Bowers fits perfectly into that mold. Plus, with the Steelers' offensive line improving and the team's defense still playing at a high level, adding a weapon like Bowers would make them a true contender in the AFC. Imagine a scenario where Bowers, Freiermuth, and a healthy group of receivers work in tandem, stretching defenses and creating mismatches all over the field. It's a recipe for offensive fireworks. Now, of course, all of this hinges on the actual trade happening and the Steelers pulling the trigger. But if they do, it's going to send shockwaves through the league. It's not just about adding a talented tight end. It's about shifting the entire offensive dynamic and setting Pittsburgh up for sustained success. The AFC North is already a tough division, with the Bengals, Ravens, and Browns all fighting for supremacy, but a move like this could give the Steelers a serious edge. It's about creating a powerhouse that defenses simply can't stop, a team that can win games in multiple ways, on the ground, through the air, and in clutch moments. Looking ahead, the Steelers have a lot to consider. They've got a talented core, and with the right additions, especially at tight end, they could be poised for a deep postseason run. The potential acquisition of Bowers isn't just a splash move. It's a statement that Pittsburgh is serious about competing at the highest level and winning that elusive 7th Super Bowl. It's about building a roster that can handle the pressure, adapt to different defenses, and deliver when it matters most. And if they pull this off, the AFC North better watch out, because the Steelers might just be on the brink of something special. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think acquiring Brock Bowers would propel the Steelers to new heights? Are you excited about the prospect of seeing him in black and gold? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest news and analysis on your favorite team. We're heading into an exciting chapter, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Keep the faith, Steelers Nation. Great things are on the horizon, and with a move like this, the future looks brighter than ever.